Welcome back to your daytime update right here on Newsroom Africa, channel 405. I'm Thami Ngubeni. Now, in some instances, when young people have no options after completing Matric, they turn to substance abuse as well as criminal activity. Let's go to Itsoseng Township in the Northwest Province, which is often dubbed as one of the Forgotten Townships. I'm joined now by Refiloe Seboko, who is founder of Itsoseng and also part of Educreate, an initiative by young people in Itsoseng. Good to be chatting with you on this Youth Day, Refiloe, and welcome to your daytime update. Talk to us about Itsoseng, the initiative that you've created, what it is that you do in your communities.
Thank you, Thami. A good day to you and good day to your viewers. Itsoseng, it is part of the movement called Educreate, like you mentioned. Itsoseng is a career, rather educational exhibition. Like you've mentioned, that a confusion of a matriculant after they've completed their matrics, not knowing what course they are going to do, not knowing which institutions they are going to go to, not knowing what is it that they do when they have not passed matric or they have passed with the marks that they did not expect. So this is where we're calling up on individuals around Itsoseng and surrounding areas to say, let's advise, let's inform them, let's influence them, let's encourage this, our younger siblings, to say, it doesn't matter where you come from as an individual. It doesn't matter that you did not pass matric or get a chance to pursue your studies to an institution of higher learning. But this is how you navigate life after matric, after you have completed your matric. This is how you adjust into a different environment from where you come from. And this is what you can be able to do in terms of assisting you, that if you did not pass matric, you don't get to be discouraged, or if you did not pass with marks that you were hoping for. This is some of the things that can assist you into navigating life after matric.
Now, the area that you operate in has been called the Forgotten Township. Talk to us about some of the dynamics that have led to this name or this title being given to Itsoseng.
Itsoseng, when we started it, we saw it, like you're saying, it's a forgotten area. Itsoseng is one of those forgotten areas where a lot of information it's not exposed to our young ones, especially our younger siblings. So we saw it need to start an initiative with Educreate called Itsoseng, where we'll be able to invite also including institutions of higher learning to say, come to our younger siblings and give them information about what is the courses that you offer as an institution, what is the process of applying into an institution of higher learning and eventually getting to register. What is it that is required for you to be able to be approved into the course, into the institution of higher learning, and institutions that also offers financial assistance for our younger siblings to pursue their studies, to give them information, because in some instances parents don't have money to send their kids to this institution to just inquire. So what better way to get them into one space in all these schools that we would have invited high schools, particularly matriculants, to say, this is in the information that this particular institution has in terms of their courses. This is what is required for you to be able to register or to be able to apply and eventually be able to be approved to go and study there. This is what you need to do, this is what you need to be able to apply to get funding to be able to pursue your studies. And this is what you do to prepare mentally. This is why you're also working with organizations like South African Depression and Anxiety Group. How do you mentally prepare for exams? How do you mentally prepare for having to move away from Itsoseng, from Budibe, for Douala, from Sheila, and other areas that are forgotten, but now you are faced with this life-changing experience of having to face life after matric. And it's not as easy as it looks and as it sounds, but it is possible that if you have a vision, if you have ambitions, it doesn't matter where you come from. This is how you go about it. This is how some that came before you have been managing to do it. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a radio personality, if you want to be a musician, if you want to do anything, you want to be a civil engineer, you want to be an author, we invite some of these people to come and share their journeys with our younger siblings to say, this is how far I've managed to do. These are some of the challenges I came with, but I managed to do them against all odds.
Now, you are a young person yourself, and you'll know the importance and the power of having information, because when you've got information, then you know you've got choices, and you know that your presence doesn't necessarily mean that that is where you are going to end up. But talk to us about when you actually hold this particular workshop.
So we had our second, which we hosted last month on the 29th of May 2021. Our first was last year on the 18th of December 2020. Our second was last month. So we hosted them twice a year. Okay, this year we are planning to also have our second one later into the year, where we'll send invites to high schools, particularly for matriculants, to say, we have prepared this much for you, to also go to these schools and engage with the learners to find out, so if after Matric, what is it that you want to do? One would say, I want to be a dentist. One would say, I want to be an engineer. One would say, I want to be an entrepreneur. One would say, I want to be a makeup artist or a model. So we go to engage with them and do these activations to find out such information, so that it helps us also to prepare, to know who do we invite to come and share information with the learners based on what we got from them. So we're also hosting it in Itsoseng. We're planning to have our second one, like I said, later this year. But the fact that we are hosting it at Itsoseng, it does not mean that we are closing it off to other matriculants who would want to come and attend. So if in case you are in Mahikeng, Lichtenburg, Zeerust, Vryburg, or wherever, and you see that you would want to come and attend this initiative as a matric learner, you are more than welcome to do that. We encourage you to attend such initiatives because they will give you information that you'll be exposed, that will give you fair information, and you also know how you make a decision based on that which we will share with you, or individuals that will be able to secure, and they come and share this information, and it makes it easy for one to make a decision, because the information, like where do you apply, what is it that you need, what do you do when you want to be an entrepreneur, what do you do when you want to be a musician, you now have it, and it makes it easy for you to make a decision at the end of the day.
You are going to be having your next one a bit later on in the year, but I'm wondering, young people, matriculants who are listening now and want to keep in touch and abreast with the developments, where do they find you? Are you on social media at all?
Most definitely. We have a Itsoseng social media page. We have Educreate on Facebook as well. I must mention that I don't work alone. It's important that when we have initiatives like this, we also have a team of people that we work with. So we have the Educreate team that I work with. So you can follow Refiloe Seboko on Facebook and Twitter. We have Refiloe Seboko on Facebook. We have Tato SBK on Facebook. We have Vanessa Maine on Facebook. Itsoseng page on Facebook as well. So everything that is information in relation to Itsoseng and Educreate projects. It's not only Itsoseng, but we have artsy, we have outdoor gallery, we have rare disease awareness campaigns that we will also run within the Educreate. So if you want any information in relation to what we do as Educreate is Itsoseng, you can follow us on our social media platforms.
It's quite an elaborate program that you have there, Refiloe. What type of support have you received from the private sector as well as government to capacitate these programs?
Look, we have not been able to really get much support. Like I said, we started our first, which was last year, and only the second one we've held this year. We are trying to just get support we have approached potential sponsors, different potential sponsors that will be able to support us in these projects that we are trying to run. But we haven't been able to really be successful in having those that assist us. And for now, we are really literally working with what we have, the little that we have, and make sure that we try to put everything into plan and execute it as if we have been having years planning it, with the limited resources that we have, with the limited funds that we have. But we are hoping that as time goes by, we'll be able, people that are watching what we are doing and be willing to invest their money, their time, their efforts, and into this kind of initiatives, because they are bringing back to the community. They involve the community in one way or another, to say if we have a photographer within our area, area who would want to come and capture these moments as we are hosting such initiatives. We invite such people. So right now, with the challenges that we are still facing is that of money, when we want to pay for certain things. So we haven't been able to have a purse where we say we have this amount of money that we've been able to secure to be able to run these projects. But we're really hoping, like I'm saying, that there's somebody out there who's watching and see these initiatives as beneficial to the community, and they are willing to invest their money into it.
Refiloe Seboko, to you and your team at Itsoseng Township as well as Educare, a huge congratulations. It's very inspiring to see young people taking the baton and really doing it for yourselves within your communities. We wish you continued success and the support that you need. Thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on a project that I'm sure is going to be beneficial to many young matriculants. That's Refiloe.
Thank you so much, Thami.
Our absolute pleasure. Bless you. Now,